Okay, so this video is just a quick recap on how to review a preliminary title when it comes in. And this question came up just this morning. I've not even touched this report yet. I just opened it and we're going to scroll through together. So in most cases, you're going to skip through the first page and the second page. Definitions, doesn't matter. Company's right to amend. A lot of this is just general data that you're going to see in every report. As you keep scrolling, I'll tell you what you're looking for. First of all, you want to verify that this is the right address and this is what we want to review. So that's good. And this is the people. So you have the buyers and the sellers. Then you start getting down here. And so let's see what the title is here. So Schedule A. So you're looking for this section here. And you see you have the policy. So 235. Let's see here. Exhibit A. So this, I'm going to keep going here. Exhibit A. It's special exceptions. Exceptions. Here we go. So general exceptions, most of these are not going to matter. So you're going to look at most of these lines A through K are going to be the same on every preliminary title. So you have easements, and you'll see mineral rights and water rights and all that kind of stuff that are common to, especially like in city, like right downtown. It's all going to have, like, you'll see this, any claim to ownership of rights to minerals and similar substances included, whatever. So any metals or whatever that is the right to the city or whoever else it states. Then special, so this is what I was looking for, special exceptions. You'll notice there's your excise tax that has to get paid. And then just start reading through. So number one, excise tax, we all know is going to be there. It's going to be on every transaction in the state, right? Then you have taxes. So your general taxes for the year are this much, and their second half is due at this point. So it doesn't matter, right? Here's where you start to see things that are important. So you have, this is a debt that was on the property at a certain time. So you can see this is 10 years ago. So it may be paid off, may not be. Right? But that's how much they took out 10 years ago when they bought the property. Okay, then keep going. Looks like they took another loan out. So for me, I'm looking at this saying, whatever. Like, our purchase price covers this. If I saw $300,000 loan, I'm worried, right? Not worried. I know I have action to take. I need to go verify with the seller. Do you guys actually have $300,000 on this? Because if you do, we're screwed. And that's just in simple terms. All right, this is the city of Montesano. Looks like it's regarding their step system. So step system, for another video, it's essentially a sewer, but they have a septic tank that the city is going to maintain. And when the alarm goes off, it's just like quiet, not quiet. It's a high-pitched siren. And it's your alert to call the city, and they'll come pump it. They're in charge of that tank. It's just the way their system works. Like Aberdeen, their sewers, everything is going into the tubes, right? There's no tank sitting in the yard. So, end of special exceptions. Now, this is in my mind, super clean title report. Those are the most important things for you to go take a look at when you get this report, is everything in that special exceptions spot. So, again, take a look at it. If you see something, common things that would be an issue would be, again, seller owes way more than what you're expecting. That's a problem. Got to fix it. The other problem is if the buyer has a lien on them, they can't purchase the property until that's paid off. You'll see DSHS. If you see that, it could be it's a child support type deal. It could be a state lien. It could be an IRS lien. You start seeing those kind of things, and that's where you want to take action. And if you are the representative of the seller and you see a seller thing, you'll call your seller. If you are the same thing, you represent the seller, but you see a buyer issue, call their agent and just say, hey, did you notice this? I want to make sure we're on the same page. Does this still exist, or is this an error? Because sometimes buyers, Brian Smith, there might be a few of those. So Brian Smith, a different Brian Smith might have a lien of $15,000. that showed up on here, but it's not Brian Smith that's on the transaction.
So you'd have to send like a social security and
Yep. So that's just the title company will actually fix it, and then you'll see updates to this report throughout the transaction up until the very end. So does that make sense?
Yep.
And then, I mean, we could check through here to see if there's anything else, but a lot of this is just commitment for title insurance and
make sure that they pay off anything that they do owe at sale.
There's your plat map. You saw the legal descriptions in here. So that's one of the reasons why you order this as soon as you take the listing, because you'll have the full legal description. So for everybody who's watching this, remember that as soon as you take a listing, the first step is to order this preliminary title. And one of those, that in terms of verifying how much the seller owes, you would have this immediately so you could discuss it with the seller. So as soon as you know they're interested in listing, you should take this and review it before listing the property. Yes, so deed of trust. So everything's in here, but in terms of what needs to be verified, the most important part is that special exception spot. Any other questions? Okay, perfect.
Special assessments.
There it is. Thanks, everybody.